Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And in this video, I want to explain about some tense in English. And before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Ramadhani. I'm from class SMP 1A, and my name 2513031. And so let's start with the first tense. First, simple present tense. Simple present tense is a verb form used to describe action or situation that are true in the present, but not necessarily happening at the exact moment of speaking. For example, in positive sentence, we have she worked in a big office, or I play Roblox every Saturday. And in negative sentence, we have you don't need to worry, or we don't watch TV much. And in interrogative sentence, we have do you like coffee, or do I know you? And the next we have present continuous or progressive tense. The present continuous tense is used to describe action that are happening right now or temporary activities. It is formed by combining the verb to be, am, is, are with the best verb plus ing. For example, in positive sentence, we have I am writing a letter to my best friend and she is reading a book in the bedroom. And negative sentence, we have they are not playing video games at the moment and he is not eating lunch right now. And interrogative sentence, we have are we going to the party tonight, or is the baby sleeping right now? Third, present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to describe action or events that happen at an unspecified time before now, or action that started in the past and continue to the present. For example, in positive sentence, we have the students have completed the assignment and she has bought a new lipstick. And in negative sentence, we have he has not met my parents and they have not lost our tickets. And in interrogative sentence, we have you visited the museum, or has he completed the homework? And the next, present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is a verb form used to talk about action that connect the past and the present, with a focus on the activity's duration and ongoing nature. And for example, in positive sentence, we have I have been studying for 5 hours and he has been waiting since 10 a.m. And in negative sentence, we have she has not been studying for her exam and we have not been waiting very long. And interrogative sentence, we have has he been practicing the guitar and have they been saving money lately? Simple past tense. Simple past tense is a verb tense used to describe an action or state that started and finished at a specific point in the past. For example, in positive sense, I visited Germany last year and she saw a movie last night. And in negative sentence, he didn't go to the party and they didn't watch TV. And in the interrogative sentence, did you finish your homework, or did they eat all the pizza? Okay, next, past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is used to describe an action that was in progress at a specific point in the past. For example, in positive sentence, she was studying Japanese at 9 p.m. last night, and they were playing basketball when it started to rain. And in negative sentence, they weren't watching anime and he wasn't working yesterday. An interrogative sentence, were you sleeping at 10 p.m. or was she cooking when you called her? Past perfect tense. Past perfect tense used to describe an action that had been completed before another action in the past occurred. And for example, positive sentence, she had finished her homework before she went to bed, and they had eaten dinner before the movie started. And in negative sentence, I hadn't seen the movie before I read the novel, and he hadn't studied French before he moved to Paris. An interrogative sentence, had you finished your project before deadline? And had they left when you arrived? Past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense is used to describe an action that was ongoing before a specific point in the past. For example, in positive sentence, he had been waiting for her for 30 minutes when she finally showed up, and they had been living in that house since 2012 before they moved last year. And in negative sentence, I hadn't been waiting long before the bus arrived, and she hadn't been feeling well, so she stayed home. And in interrogative sentence, had you been working out regularly before the competition? And had they been living in Paris for long before they moved? Simple future tense. Simple future tense is used to describe an action that will occur in the future. For example, in positive sentence, she will visit Java next month and they will arrive tomorrow. In negative sentence, I won't go to the party and she won't eat meat. An interrogative sentence, will you attend the meeting? Or will they finish the project on time? Okay, next, future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to describe an action that will be in progress at a specific point in the future. For example, in positive sentence, she will be watching drama at 9 p.m. tonight, and they will be traveling to South America next month. In negative sentence, the job will not be working all night, and I won't be sleeping when you call me. In interrogative sentence, will you be watching the game tonight? And will you be working on the report all day? Next, future perfect tense. Future perfect tense is used to describe an action that will be completed before a specific point in the future. For example, in positive sentence, she will have finished her project by next Friday, and they will have been married for 10 years by next month. And in negative sentence, I won't have finished the book by tomorrow, and he won't have graduated by the time he's 25. An interrogative sentence, will you have completed the course by the end of the year? And will they have arrived by the time we get there? Next, future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense is used to describe an action that will have been ongoing up to a specific point in the future. For example, in positive sentence, next month we will have been living in the city for 5 years, and by next year, she will have been studying English for 5 years. And in negative sentence, they will not have been hiking for more than 2 hours by lunchtime. And by the end of the year, we won't have been saving money consistently. And in interrogative sentence, will they have been dating for a year by their anniversary? And will you have been working here for 2 years by next month? Simple past future tense. Simple past future tense describe an action that was going to happen in the future from a past point of view. And for example, in positive sentence, he promised he will help us move, and we were going to travel to Japan last summer. And in negative sentence, she said she would not miss the train, and they weren't going to tell anyone about the party. And in interrogative sentence, will they send the email later, or were you going to tell me about it later? Past future continuous tense. Past future continuous tense is a verb structure used to express an action that was expected to be ongoing at a specific point in time in the past. For example, in positive sentence, I knew that at 3 p.m. I would be driving home, and if he had money, he would be traveling right now. And in negative sentence, if it were raining, they wouldn't be playing outside, and we realized that the store would not be open after 8 p.m. And in interrogative sentence, would the team be practicing all morning for the match, or would she be living in London if she got the job? Past future perfect tense. Past future perfect tense is a complex verb structure used to refer to an action that will have been completed before a specific point in the past. For example, in positive sentence, she will have finished the novel by last Sunday, and we will have received the payment before the deadline if the client has signed the contract on time. And in negative sentence, I would not have gone to the party even if I had been invited. And he would have bought a new car if he had found his old key. And in interrogative sentence, would they have completed the marathon before the cut-off time? Or would the meeting have been productive if the CEO had attended? And for the last, past future perfect continuous tense. It is used to describe an imaginary action or situation that will have been ongoing for a certain duration by a specific point in the past. Had a past condition been met, and for example in positive sentence, we would have been waiting for them for 3 hours when their flight finally landed, and the cats would have been starving for hours if you had come home on time. And in negative sentence, he wouldn't have been buying some toothpaste in the store, and the students should not have been waiting for their teacher for over an hour. An interrogative sentence. Would they have been eating lunch, and would they have been playing games if you had watched them? Okay, that's all from me. Thanks for the tuning in, and see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.